The year 1987 was a milestone year in the history of world cricket. It marked the first time the World Cup tournament was held outside England. India and Pakistan were the joint hosts. Nearly 40 years later, India stands at the brink of another first in the history of Cricket World Cups. The BCCI is finally hosting the World Cup on its own merits in this edition. The tournament, which is starting today, will see 10 national cricket teams locked in 48 matchups hosted across 12 venues in India. While this is sure to unleash a significant economic boom across various sectors, the World Cup's true money-minting power lies with its broadcast rights as well as with the brand sponsoring the various aspects of the game.
The last World Cup was not played in India. In fact, it was played in England. The 2015 World Cup was played in Australia. Both these were big hits in financial terms also, because the largest viewership was in India. 30, 40, 50,000 Indians will travel to the matches in Australia or England, but crores and crores watched it on television. That's where the revenue comes from, for the broadcast rights. So India is providing about 70 to 73% of the eyeballs, and also that much for the revenue. And therefore, why cricket is also popular as a sport globally, or making money globally, because India is supporting, India is propping it up.
In 1987 too, when India's maiden bid to co-host the World Cup had run into funding trouble, the title sponsorship contract had proved to be the lifesaver for BCCI. But the cricketing body has come a long way since then. Thanks to Indian Premier League, between 2008 and 2023, the cost of annualized media rights for BCCI events went up from 820 crore rupees to 4,800 crore rupees, growing at 33% annually. As a result, for the bilateral matches hosted by BCCI, the annualized price for broadcasting went for 681 crore rupees in 2008 to 1,200 crore rupees in 2023. The BCCI made one of its biggest deals when it sold the media rights for its bilateral matches at a whopping 3,800 crore rupees to Star India from 2012 to 2018. It would not be wise to discount emerging OTT players like Jio, however. Jio Cinema's free broadcast of the IPL earlier this year has prompted Disney Plus Hotstar to announce that it will also stream the World Cup matches for free. But data shows that between 2019 and 2022, while Disney Star shelled out more than Rs 6,000 crore every year for broadcasting BCCI and ICC events, its average annual ad revenue was not more than Rs 5,000 crore. Thus, while the World Cup will bring massive viewership, the failure to cash in through subscription fees remains a worry. The ad market for cricket too has shown big promise for broadcasters in 2021-2022. However, there are apprehensions that increased ad spending on cricket content may not continue anymore. In the ICC T20 World Cup last year, 3 out of the top 10 advertisers were startups from the real money gaming sector. The recent change in GST regulation is expected to dampen their spending zeal.
World Cup, in terms of the general advertising spends, it will be in the range of 1,200 to 1,300 crores. That is our estimate. If you look at the India AdX market, rather, it is somewhere in the range of about a 1 lakh crore market. And if you take World Cup at 1,200-1,300 crores, and if you add maybe some more incremental growth in terms of digital, and potentially the numbers touching towards 1,400 and 1,500 crores, it is roughly around 1 to 1.5% extra growth in this year, primarily because of World Cup. As far as companies are concerned, so clearly the companies, as I said, Zomato, Jubilant, hotel industry, aviation industry, FMCG industry, Alcobev industry, restaurant industry. I think these are the brands which are expected to see a big uptick in terms of consumption.
However, experts believe that since brand India is thriving, largely due to the G20 bolstering its geopolitical position, this will enable Indian brands to garner more attention during the World Cup.
We need to look at the narrative in the context of India has suddenly found itself catapulted to a position where every major economy in the world wants to cultivate a friendship with India. just the World Cup per se may not be, let's say, as marquee an event as, let's say, if India was hosting the Olympics. But the timing, because of geopolitical reasons, because of the importance of BCCI, is such that Indian brands will now have a kind of a louder voice in the global marketplace than before.
The good thing about Indian cricket is that there are always brands looking for rapid outreach and immediate response, aiming to engage with the masses. However, with the entry of OTT platforms and free streaming rights, the broadcast space has now become a double-edged sword for advertisers. Thus, while the World Cup presents an opportunity for advertisers to warm up to the Diwali festival, experts believe it will be interesting to observe how they negotiate this space.
If you like this video, share it and subscribe to Business Standard. For more news, views and insights, log on to www.business-standard.com. Do also follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Telegram and LinkedIn.
He's making plans for an early retirement. Business Standard.